So to move between different screens on your HMI, you can use these buttons to go to individual components if you need to see a specific thing. If you want to look at your general settings, you can hit your settings button here. You have a lot of options that you can go to here. One of them, if you're logged in, is bottle stop settings. This is where you can control the timing for your bottle stop as well as whether you want your hook stop enabled or not. These should only be adjusted by operators who understand what they're trying to accomplish with their bottle, or by trained maintenance personnel. Bottle set points is along the same lines. This is your individual set points for your bottle. This is where you can change your bottle name, the part color, speeds associated with your bottle. You can also change things for your changeover. So when you perform your changeover, you know what you need to change. And valve spacers of when you perform your changeover, what spacers you need to get the proper fill height. Back at the settings screen, you can also go to bottle height set points. This is for changing individual set points for different types of bottles. And level setup, this is something that should only be done when the level probe needs to be adjusted or changed out. Otherwise, this screen isn't something that should be changed often, but can be helpful in troubleshooting. You have your trending screens here where you can check your hourly trend logs or daily trend logs or downtime counter logs. This can show you how many bottles you're running and what your average for the day or for the hour is, as well as your downtime. Very useful for tracking how often you have downtime for what reason with your filler, and something that can be extremely useful with troubleshooting as well. You have your inputs and outputs screens here. Very useful when troubleshooting. Again, if your sensors aren't working right or you have suspicions about something not operating properly, you can see on this screen whether these are lit by the status of those individual switches. Output screen, same thing, but instead you're looking at your outputs and if they're all firing appropriately. Machine info is something that will often be asked for if you ever need to contact Fogg Filler. We'll ask about your model and serial number, as well as your IP address if needed, for us to be able to help you in fixing any problems. You can also find our contact information here to get a hold of us. Date and time setup, if you ever need to change it for daylight savings time or for anything else, then this is where you can make that change. And then the changeover screen, whenever performing a changeover, you can come here and this will give you more information about how many valve spacers you need, as well as any other options that need to be changed while the operators are performing the changeover. If you wanted to manually control the bottle stop, you can press bottle stop. It takes you here where you can change your sensors, whether they're on or off, as well as whether you're an auto manual control for your bottle stop. If you wanted to look at your filler, you can have more information about the status of your product inlet valve, as well as the level within your bowl and your current production set points. You can see your bottle counter here as well, and you can reset your counter if you want to run a specific number through. You have your auto manual controls for your product valve, as well as more options to go to here for an overview of your filler that can show you when a specific door is open. You can also control your lights for your base and your enclosure. You have options to go back to your filler or capper screen from here, as well as going to your height adjust. On your height adjust screen, this is where you can move your bottle or move your filler as for your bowl and capper to different positions if you wanted to do a changeover, or if you wanted to move them into a production position or a CIP position. Back at the home screen, you can go to your capper. This gives more information about the height of the capper, as well as some settings that you may need to adjust depending on the situation. Your VSE 18 screen is where you can control your cap sorter. You have individual controls for your cap sorter, as well as speeds that can be adjusted for your individual bottles, and a purge for whenever you need to change over to different caps. On your sandbar screen, you can change for different settings of your sandbar of how often or of which washes you want to do. The system, when in auto mode, will initiate automatically every set number of minutes that you can control yourself. On your CIP screen, this is where you would go when you want to perform your clean in place function. And you can come here and select whether you want to purge CIP, SIP, as well as the status of the bowl at the time of its level, pressures, and temperatures for you to monitor during CIP. If your machine has HEPA blowers, you can see them here, and this is where you can monitor pressure between your blowers when they're on and if the filters need to be changed out, as well as the speed of your HEPA blowers. If you need to change your bottle, you can select it here and select your different bottle, which is already set to all of your individual set points. If for your alarms screen, you can press here to open up your alarms, and these will show any active alarms. You can go to your alarms history and see alarms as well from the date and time that they were in. This can be very helpful for troubleshooting different conditions when they come up. You can also get to your alarm screen if an alarm condition is present by pressing on the alarm itself and trying to reset it depending on the situation for your filler. Once an alarm condition is clear and the system is back to normal, you can press clear to remove the alarm.